Hello, everybody. This is 10 lessons to learn from the passing of Brandon Lee. My name is Dr. Bryan Stoops. I wrote these slides on the anniversary of Brandon's passing, March 31st, 2020. I'm recording this a couple days after writing these slides, after just kind of, in the interest of full transparency, just kind of a bad day yesterday. Nothing in particular happened. It was just kind of an off day during all of this social distancing and staying indoors, and felt like this morning recording this would be a positive way to get this day going, this new day. So this movie, which truly is going to be very short, this is not about me. This is about the unfortunate passing of Brandon Lee and what we can take away from his passing. Not so much making lemonade out of lemons, but some lessons that those of us who are still here can take away from his passing. And I know this slide is titled "It's Not About Me." I'm going to very briefly give you a little bit of information about myself, and then the majority of this is focused on those lessons and trying to kind of honor Brandon's memory with something positive coming out of it. So I'm a professional martial artist and an educator. I live in New York City, and Bruce Lee passed away 5 years before I was born, but I was a really big fan of Brandon's when he died. And kind of like people say, I mean, if I had a time machine or if I had the opportunity for whatever reason, I really just wanted the chance to kind of tell Brandon what a big fan I was of his and how much his work meant to me. And I'm not being opportunistic. I'm not being parasitic. I really wish I was making like a fanboy video right now with Brandon alive, and, some kind of fanboy video about like a current project of Brandon's. I would much prefer that to making the kind of video that I'm making. And, as a martial artist, several people in my lineage knew Brandon. They've communicated what a nice person he was. And, I remain a fan. And every year when March 31st rolls around, it's a little bit of a somber day in my household, just because I was such a big fan. Now, that's not to take anything away from Bruce Lee, but as I shared, Bruce Lee passed away 5 years before I was born. It was a little bit more real, and the passing of Brandon, as far as my own experience, was experienced in real time. So this is myself at the Lee gravesite. So there you go. Let's get into the important stuff here. These are really the things, the focus here. So some takeaways from Brandon's death. So number one, take action on your dreams today. I know this idea is nothing new. I know, since I'm recording this in the time of Corona, when everybody's at home and social distancing, I know this can feel very difficult, but it is important to remember that we have a finite amount of time in this life, even those of us who live into old age, and that we should take action on our dreams today. Lesson number two, Brandon was 28 when he passed, and his father was 32. So it is possible to have a huge impact on the world in a short time. So for those who are maybe starting on some dream and you're older, you feel, or you're starting later than you wanted to or something like that, I'm sharing that because both Bruce and Brandon, I totally realize this now, being in my early 40s. 32 and 28 is so young. So it is possible to have a huge impact on the world in a short amount of time. So no matter how old you are or where you are, just keep that in mind. Number three, take time on a regular basis to express just how much your family and your friends mean to you. So this is really important. Just, again, not to be pessimistic or fatalistic. Time is assured to nobody, and it is important that we express that on a regular basis, just how much the people in our lives mean to us. Takeaway number four, fight the negativity. Dreams can come true. So we know in our culture that you have to fight really, really hard for your dreams, but there are always going to be people who are going to want to kind of chip away at your sense of self. And there are always going to be people out there who are going to tell you why you can't do what you want to do. And just remember, you have to fight against all of that, and that remember that dreams can come true. And so number 5, put your vision out into the world, no matter what that vision looks like. In order to present the world with new things, or I mean, as much of a cliche maybe as it's become, to change the world, you have to commit to that vision and put that vision into the world, no matter what it looks like. And number 6, some people will always try to chip away at your sense of self, no matter how good your work really is. These people are miserable, and what they think of you is none of your business. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and I try to kind of teach this lesson all the time, that no matter who you are, no matter how authentic you are, no matter how much positivity you put into the world, there will always be people, for whatever reason, who don't like you and are always trying to chip away at your sense of self. And really, what those people think of you is none of your business. Number 7, dedicate part of your life to figuring out who you are and what your purpose is. This is not selfishness, even if doing so requires time spent by yourself. So earlier I was saying that we should make time to express how we feel about the people in our lives, and I truly mean that. For this one, it is important that we have some of that time and some of that distance to be on our own, to figure out who we are and what our purpose is. That is not selfishness. Number 8, you will have terribly difficult, heartbreaking moments of struggle in your life. Expect those moments, take time to recover from them, but keep moving forward. So I think sometimes when it comes to children, how we kind of gradually get them comfortable with struggle and strife being part of our lives, it is definitely, it looks different for everybody of every kind of parenting style. But we need, not necessarily, I mean, I'm not of the school that we teach that life is horrible and blah blah blah, but we do have to expose children to the ideal that struggle and occasional moments of heartbreak are just kind of par for the course. And uh, to expect those moments, but to take time to recover and kind of mourn, or really let those emotions that come as a result of those wash over us, but then to keep moving forward. And number 9, life is both short and long, depending on the day. Embrace it no matter what. I don't know how you experience life, but for me, some days fly by and some days feel like they're 1,000 hours instead of 24 hours. So no matter what, do your very best to embrace life, no matter which kind of a day you're having. And then lastly, there will always be people ahead of you who have achieved seemingly impossible goals and realities for themselves. There will always be people right by your side in your journey who are your colleagues and peers. And there are people right now, today, who desperately wish that they were where you are right now. Keep your perspective, especially in times of struggle. So you're going to have people that have accomplished amazing things that are going to make you say, oh, I don't know if I could ever do that. You're going to have people that are right there by your side, that are your colleagues and peers in your life. And right now, no matter who you are, where you are, what the circumstances of your life are or happen to be, there are people who desperately wish they were where you are right now. So keep your perspective, especially when life gets hard. All right. If any of what I had to say resonated with you, please like this video. Please share this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. I use it to distribute all different kinds of content. And I thank you so much for joining me, and again giving me your most precious non-renewable natural resource, which is your time. And again, last thing I'm going to say, I made this video not necessarily looking for a silver lining, but I wish, as a fan, I mean, I wish Brandon Lee were still alive. But like I kind of said earlier, every year when the 31st rolls around, it's kind of a somber day in my household. And this year, I just wanted to, especially in these times of us all being stuck at home, I just kind of wanted to make something positive out of the anniversary of his passing and put it into the world. So thank you for watching this. I really do appreciate it. And everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.